Alright, so here today we have something really cool, right? So we have the information of how the first collab for Nikke actually went and did. In case you don't already know, we basically get revenue following an event. This time we have like a really good idea of how Nikke performed during the Chainsaw Man collab, which again, the reason they ended up choosing Chainsaw Man was for the reason of popularity, right? They went through, if you will, Mid and Valentine, which was apparently the lowest performing event for Nikke. Helm performed more because it was the first banner. Modernia definitely performed more because of that. The Outsiders still did perform more, though I don't know how. I guess they're Windless Viper. But Made in Valentine didn't perform as they expected it to. I don't know why they rushed out the collab like they did, because they did say the 6-month area, and it was not the 6-month area by the slightest, but they still did it, right? So today I'll show you what the revenue is looking like. We don't know what Biscuits is or how that's gonna do, but we do know Chainsaw Man. So let's talk about that. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, helps out a ton. Let's hop over there and let's get to the results. So big spoiler alert, you can check it right there. The Chainsaw Man does net Nikke 24, or rather did net Nikke 24 million USD in earnings, which is pretty good. Now we'll go through this and like read it, but it is pretty sick to see how they kind of did, and it goes to show that yes, the collaboration was pretty big. Now the article will later tell this to you, but I'll tell it to you now. Made in Valentine did 14 million, right, which is still not bad. It is still not bad by any means, right? But 10 million extra dollars was made just because of the IP, if you will, if you want to go and cope on that one. But remember, Soda was there, and Soda was people wailed on Soda. Just whatever you want to say, people wailed on Soda, okay? There were people that were down miserable. So you have to understand, a waifu collab, or a collab versus a waifu unit, it's gonna be a different thing, right? And if you were to look at it, apparently, and I'll show this later on, around this point was when Makima's coat got nerfed, where it's gone. So you did see a nice little rise in the revenue as that happened, because people were like, oh, you know what, maybe I will summon, right? Maybe I need to. And again, it's a really cool thing also to see that at the start of the collab, there was the peak revenue, right? Because people are summoning. Day one, they want to summon. Then you see like the decline, maybe a little bit here. Then it goes up here, right? Why does it go up here? Because it's the end, right? So it's a little cool thing to see that people were really like kind of panicking and waiting till the last day to decide if it really was worth it. And then that entire thing of a gotcha kicks in, like, oh, it's never coming back. The realization sets in, and people just go and wail out. And do all of that. So it is a little bit of a cool thing, though you might look at this and be like, oh, it's common sense, but moving forward, yeah. All right, you know what I just said. I don't know. It sounded cool. All right, according to AppMagic, Nikke is estimated to have earned $24,763,000 during the course of the event, which ran from the 22nd of February to March 15th. Pretty good. This dwarfs the previous event, which was Made in Valentine, by a whole 10 million USD, with the Valentine's event only whopping in 14 million in revenue. Since the app doesn't track specifically how much money was meant to pull in the event banners, you can't credit it entirely on the popularity of the manga. Some of this could have gone to the shop or season passes. However, considering the spike of the activity from the banner with 2.1 million USD on the 22nd of February, it is safe to assume that most of the game's earnings came from people topping up gems to be able to pull in the banners. As far as driving more regional purchases, the Chainsaw Man collab didn't do much to change the spending patterns. Japan still dominates the Nikke earnings chart with 16.4, damn, of the 24.7 million. 66% of overall earnings were just there. 66%, bro. Damn, JP loves their collabs, and JP loves Nikke. God, bro. Look at the difference, right? So this was Made in Valentine. People just stopped spending. They're like, all right, save up. Save your money, boys. Save your money. Boom. Just wail out. Like literally the day before the event dropped, they were like, all right, prep it. Prep the wallets. And then boom, just wail. I don't even know, bro. But it's pretty good. And then you see right after the club dropped, basically went down. So Biscuit dropped, and you kind of see like Biscuit was like, down to here, which for the start of a banner, this was like the end of Made in Valentine, right? So at the start of a banner with, I believe, when did Helm skin drop? Around here? Maybe this little jump up is because of Helm. Around the 1st of March, right? Is when it drops. So that's, I mean, if this is Helm, look at this. This little hump right here is Helm. Imagine, like, did Helm cost that much of a purchase? When did Senti skin drop? When did I drop that video? I'm really curious about this. Senti dropped. She dropped a while ago. Wait, what? No, okay, never mind. Nope, she dropped right here. So at the very end here, around that's when she released. So guess you really can't tell how they did on the skins, if you will, but you can see that they did very good on revenue. They did. So if 24 million is a good amount for what they did. Interestingly enough, what is it? The peaks daily spending during the event wasn't particularly high compared to the rest of the Nikke's history. The game launched much more earning, reaching its peak at revenue of 4.7 million in one day, which can be attributed to early hype launch. Or launch hype, right? Basically, every gacha game is like that. So not really a thing. If you look at Genshin, even though it's still doing very good, at early it was doing insane. It was doing at points it was doing an insane number that it could never see till this day. But still, it's doing great, right? So yes, you can't compare it anything to launch hype. Launch hype is just something else. But again, Nikke, if you will, and I know people don't want to cope with this or agree to this because they love their game so much, they see no flaws in it. You have to understand that this game ruined everything with a level 160 wall. Okay, you're at a point where people do not want to spend money because they're just like, I can't progress, and they just give up. Okay, I am a content creator, right? So I am not leaving the game, but I do understand from a standpoint if you leave the game because of 160, because you are stuck for how long, right? How many events do you have to go through? How many free multis do you have to get before you say, you know what, I can crack the wall? It will take you a while. Okay, so Nikke specifically, I have played idle games. I've never hit a wall so freaking hard where I've been here for so long, okay? And I'm so dupe reliant that every time I summon and I don't get any SSR, I'm gonna punch a hole in a wall. That's how I feel, okay? I'm far from beating the wall and it's super annoying. But they have given a little bit of help here and there. If they gave a little bit more, it would have been fine. I don't get why it was a little bit too restrictive on it, but they wanted to make money, so, and it worked for them in a way. They're still making that much money from GP and all that. There has been less fixes we've been asking for being kind of delivered, but still, you know, it is what it is. The rest of the article, really, we kind of don't care for, but it's basically just saying they did good. They had limit break opportunity to have the character display in lobby. They had all these things which enticed people to summon. They had the freaking mission pass, which a lot of people bought because of value. They did have Helm also. Not Helm, they had Dala get her skin, which was a beautiful, outstanding 10 out of 10 skin, so people wailed on that. There were so many things adding together and factoring in for them to make that much money, so they did good. All right, if you were wondering if Chainsaw Man was a flop or a W for Nikke, they absolutely did great. Okay, 24 million, it stomped whatever Main and Valentine was, and you have to understand it. JP loves their waifus. JP loves their waifus, and it still did 10 million more. I get it, it's a collaboration, I understand that, but they did more during this than they did with Soda, right? Everyone, literally, I know JP Wills that were wailing for Soda that didn't wail for Makima and all this because they love their waifus, right? So given it wasn't a waifu, if you will, collaboration, and it was more of a nerfed collaboration in the looks, if you will, it still did outstanding. So pretty cool. Overall, very nice thing to see. So there is potential for future collaborations and how they do. Though it looks like that they might just stick to the idea of either doing a waifu collaboration or a super popular one and nothing too non-mainstream. If it's a mainstream collaboration, that's the most potential it has. Given Chainsaw Man was the first one, it sets you with that idea for the future. So keep that in mind. But with it, that's what I wanted to share with you here today. Hopefully you were able to enjoy that, and hopefully you didn't look at it oh, he's talking about numbers, this is useless. But it was a cool thing that I wanted to share, so hopefully you enjoyed. And if you didn't, hey, yell at me in the comments. So thank you for watching. Peace out, enjoy. Catch you in the next one. Have a stay safe, and I'll see you in another Nikke video. Yeah.